What is he doing? What? Am I fucking dreaming right now?
It's about 4:30 in the morning. I've got all my kids with me. I'm on my way to the airport to fly back to the UK for the first time in a year and a half, and nobody knows I'm coming. So this is gonna be interesting. I've just got to the airport, and to be honest with you, I've got heaps of time until my flight, but like 2 hours, and I don't really know what the point of this video is. Like, I normally with these things I try and come up with like something to talk about, some statement to make, something to explain or delve into, but I don't really have anything. I'm kind of just going to monitor my like mental state as I get closer to home and what it's like changing somewhere after a year and a half. I think, to be honest, it hasn't really set in yet. Like, I think maybe that's because I'm obviously like kind of stressed with like getting on the flight, and like I haven't slept yet. Like, I stayed up all night to get on this flight, so I don't know. Yeah, it's just not really feeling real yet. There was a moment where I was on a bus and I like looked at a street sign. I think it was like Redfern or something. I was like, fuck, like, oh my god, like I might never go back there. Like, that was like maybe a thought I had, and that kind of had weight to it, but even still it didn't last very long. But luckily I've got a 7.5 hour layover in Hong Kong, so I will try and sleep on this first flight and then get back to you and see if I've come to any sort of great conclusions or something. I don't know. Anyway, I've just used Sydney Airport Wi-Fi to upload the most recent episode of North Star Radio. And this one was a really good one, man. This was really fun. It was the first time I did it with like people there, like a little crowd going. So I don't know when this video will be out, but if you haven't watch this one. It's like probably my favorite. And I guess this video is a vlog now. I didn't really anticipate that, but yeah, watch it.
Sunday, 17th of May. Today marks the final day of my travels. In all honesty, I don't really think the significance of this has sunken in for me yet. Maybe it's because I stayed up all night and I'm running on fumes, or maybe it's because I kept myself unbelievably busy the past week. On the bus over to the airport, I felt a glimpse of something. Seeing areas I know well, signposted along the route, I'm beginning to realise that I won't be going back for a long time, maybe ever. It made me realise what I'm leaving behind.
There we go. My lens is never wide enough for these kind of shots, so I've got to lean back and slump in my chair like this. I'm on my layover right now. I just had like a sleep and a shower, and I'm very aware of how my perspective on what's happening is kind of like shifted because I'm really, really tired. Honestly, that's it. It's just because I'm really, really tired. But in like the days and weeks leading up to this event, I've just been feeling like really excited about it. Like, to the point where I couldn't even sleep some nights because I was just like so gassed. I was like, oh my god, I'm going back home for the first time in like, yeah, a year and a half. I think that is kind of what I'm running on right now. Like, that's the only thing I'm really feeling, and that's what's, I think, in a way stopping me from reflecting on the fact that I have left this life that I built for myself behind. Like, it was a fresh start where I built everything on top of it, and it's kind of, I think the feeling of leaving that behind is something that I will feel stronger and be able to articulate in a better way maybe when I've got to the UK. But right now I'm so caught up in the mix of traveling, it's hard to actually like really consider what's going on. But generally I feel really grateful for the time that I spent there and what I was able to do, especially those last 3 weeks where I was there. Like, every day I kept myself very busy working on stuff, seeing my friends. Like, I was very active, and in a way I think that really prevented me from reflecting on the fact that I was leaving and how like big of a deal that was. I was kind of just so caught up in the moment and momentum of what I was doing. One thing I have learned from this kind of year and a half of moving around quite a lot is the fact that every time I move somewhere new, for the first week I genuinely hate my life so much. I think it's just like, I'm a guy who enjoys his rhythms and routines, and as soon as those break, like, I just fucking crash out. Like, I remember when I first came to Hong Kong, one of the first nights I went to go buy like food to make myself dinner, and I actually had like a mental breakdown because I couldn't find any microwave rice, and I was like, oh my god, everything's over, what have I done? There's no microwave rice here. Like, I just the stupidest thing obviously, but like in the moment in my head that was like the biggest deal, and I kind of made it a massive catastrophe when it didn't need to be. So I do think that when I get to the UK, like, I kind of don't expect those first couple of days to be like anything but shit. So I might have to wait before I like really reflect on what I've left behind and what I've returned to. Anyway, my flight boards in like 5 minutes, so let's go.
Monday, 18th of May. Even now, the fact I'm returning after all this time doesn't resonate with me particularly emotionally. I do of course feel excited, but I feel I'm so caught up in the spectacle of the surprise and the journey. I do feel incredibly grateful for the time I've spent on the other side of the world, but the fact that it's come to an end has still yet to really hit me. If I am feeling anything other than excitement, I suppose it would be curiosity. Aside from the memories I've made, one of the things I'm most grateful for is the overall growth I've had as a person. I'm incredibly proud of the person I have become in my time away from home, and so what I'm curious about is how much I've changed in relation to everyone and everything else back home. Was my change a result of the environment I've been in, or a natural part of getting a little older? And importantly, who will I be when I return to my familiar environment? I guess only time will tell.
Okay, so it's official, I'm back. I'm in the UK now. To be honest, walking through immigration, just getting my bag and just like arriving here, could not get a massive smile off my face. But anyway, I'm gonna go find somewhere to shower and get changed, and then I will delve into more reflections. Also, I'm still super tired, so we'll see how I get on with that. I'll be honest, I can't see if I'm in focus, so just go with it. It's been about 12 hours since I arrived. I managed to get a shower and a new change of clothes on, which is nice. And unfortunately, what I said earlier remains true. I've had a pretty shocking 12 hours, to be honest, just catastrophizing everything, thinking I've made such a bad decision, just being super negative and everything. And thankfully I was able to recognize it pretty quickly. Like, I've kind of chilled out a bit, had a green tea, and now I'm just excited to surprise my friends and my parents. My parents, I'm surprising them tonight, and then my friends, I'm surprising them tomorrow evening. I'm pretty optimistic now. I've kind of switched back. Although I will say the only thing that's kind of sticking with me right now, on the negative side, unfortunately, is the idea that the curiosity I was talking about earlier has now kind of evolved into a little bit of anxiety and a little bit of fear. Because where I was curious about what it was going to be like here, I've now gotten to a point where I'm anxious and fearful that I haven't changed as much as I thought, or things haven't changed as much as I thought. Because immediately when I got back into the city and started walking around, I was reminded how similar everything was to when I left. You know, I was kind of shocked not only by how similar everything was, but how quickly I was able to adapt to it, and my almost lack of reaction. And again, you know, maybe I could blame that on a jet lag situation, but honestly, it didn't take me any time to adjust really at all. Like, I was very used to walking along the streets. I knew where I was going. I was used to taking the tube. Like, I knew the way. And then I began to wonder, like, maybe I haven't changed at all because everything is coming so easily to me. Maybe this trip was just for naught. And obviously, you know, that's probably a bit of sort of negativity talking. Maybe it's not super accurate, but it is something I'm concerned about. But realistically, I'm literally 12 hours in, so I'm not really able to judge yet how I will adapt to the new environment, because so many of the things that will change, you know, if I get a new job, if I start hanging out with my friends in different places, if I meet new friends, like, those things are yet to come. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep a positive outlook on my kind of negative tendencies. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how things are going. And yeah, I'm just excited to surprise my friends and parents, really. Now, you might be wondering, why do I need to have changed? Like, I'm coming back to this old place. Why can't I be the old version of myself? And the reason I think that I'm so desperate to have changed is because last time I was here, I wasn't really happy with how my life was progressing. And honestly, I was quite disappointed in who I was as a person. And so I think coming back to the same environment, I'm desperately looking for signs I have changed, because that will affirm that I'm not in that same situation where I was disappointed in myself. And obviously I'm completely not in that situation at all. But I think where it's the same physical space, I may be inhabiting that mental space I was in last time I was here. I hope that makes sense, but that's just how I feel about it. I'm starting to realize that the point of this video, if there really even is one, is that adaptation maybe takes time. I think that's kind of forced though. I haven't even surprised my parents yet, or my friends, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'm gonna get some shots around Battersea Park now, because that'll look cool. Funny story about this park, and this part of the park I'm in, is maybe like probably 8 years ago, maybe longer, I had a job around here. I was doing like work experience, and I used to come in this park every day and I'd eat my ham and cheese bagel, and it was a good time. So shout out to Battersea Park, and shout out to ham and cheese bagels. At that time as well, I was doing, I was just starting my photography at A-level, and one of my projects was about the passage of time. And so what I was doing is I would just come around this park, I'd eat my ham and cheese bagel over there, and then I would literally just go and take pictures of like old stuff to show the passage of time. I say like very macro shots of like a bunch of old shit, like this fucking lamppost. I remember trying to like, I had like this terrible DSLR and I just get really close up to it, just trying to focus on like all the chipped paintwork. And I'm pleased to report that the passage of time continues because this lamppost has got way older since I did that project. Yeah. Apparently Pink Floyd had like a studio in one of those buildings over there. So Roger Waters, if you're watching this, can you please confirm or deny if that's true? I can't believe this has turned into a vlog, man. I fucking hate vlogs. So this isn't a vlog. Yo bro, you trying to be in this vlog? What you saying, bro? Nah, I reckon he's shit. Maybe this guy. Nah, it's literally running away. Probably not him. Okay, whoa, this lens is way too tight for this to be like an actual vlog. Hold on, let me fucking just crank this shit. Oh, my arms are fully outstretched and I'm still out of focus. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, I also, on my walk around London earlier, I ran into 2 people that I used to go to school with. And that's too many. So maybe that's one of the reasons I'm kind of like, I was a bit anxious or whatever. Because like, why would I want to see someone from school, bro? I'm nearly 40. I'm on my way over now to see my parents. And my heart is beating out of my fucking chest, man. I'm like actually like excited and nervous. I'm feeling so many things right now, dude. It's crazy.
Am I dreaming right now?
Hi guys, how's it going?
What the fuck?
Am I fucking dreaming right now?
Oh my god, hello.
I'm shaking, holy shit.
Sammy,
Put this down.
Did you
give me a little hug?
Oh,
No.
hi Tom.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Thanks, bro.
Oh. What the fuck are you doing here?
Good to see you guys.
Tuesday, 19th of May. Surprising everyone back home was a really nice moment. I think I've been struggling with my place back here, and that helped me feel like I was somewhere I'd fit. I sort of hoped I'd come away with some big conclusion about how I viewed my time in Australia, but that hasn't come for me yet, and I'm not sure it will. I doubt there'll be some neat takeaway for me, or my growth, progression and change as a person is perfectly wrapped up and summarised. It was part of my life, something that meant a lot to me, that I have to live the rest of my life in the wake of. It's not simply good or bad. There are both beautiful and painful things that I'll have to learn to accept about what happened. Time moves onward, and I'll deal with this change as it passes. For now, I focus on the future, building the next chapter and accepting the love around me. I'm not soon to lose sight of myself though. If there is one thing I think to take away from this experience, it's a simple truth. I do not have to be the person I once was anymore. I've already proved that.
Thank you for watching my video. In retrospect, I'm not really sure there was much of a point to this one, but I quite like how I've kind of captured a human moment. I also thought it was quite funny witnessing my like unfiltered and jet-lagged state. Anyway, like and subscribe, all of that, and yeah, love you.